Fucking yo. Zen Zone, I was waiting for you, brother. Finally, you're here. I can get started.
Well, now, he is an old one. Almost as old as me.
Other hand. 15 years, I can't get used to the left-right thing. At this point, I'm starting to think I might never. Thank you, brother. Time to rock some company here at fucking 3, mate. In all likelihood, it will be Co 3. It usually is when Emp is involved. And that's my favorite thing about Emp. He loves the Co as much as I do. It's great. There are alternative options, such as Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Age, Dawn of War 1 Remastered, StarCraft Brood War, also, Hope appears to have gone through great lengths. 30 minutes of phone calls and a lot of shit. But I'll be home in 30. Is what he wrote. An hour after trying to call a sickie, but my boss is being a right cunt. The lengths this man will go through to get a day off work so he can play Company Heroes with the boys is so fucking... It's that weird kind of nostalgia where, like, I remember fighting for my life to get a day off to play WoW, you know? Like, I remember getting called in once to the office. The HR office with, the HR office with a friend of mine, a roommate of mine, actually. And sat down by HR and the management to say that it's July and we haven't completed a full week of work since Christmas. Is it really? Not 1 week? Not 1 week without a sick day? Are you sure? You know, you're right, that is a lot. That's more than I thought. Better tighten the ship up. It was kind of like you do the math. Like, how many days do I have to work this week? How much will I get paid? How much do I need to spend? Okay, well, if I can get Thursday and Friday off to play WoW this week, then that's what we're doing, you know? Imagine trying to throw a sickie and being told no. I tell my boss I'm not coming in, he doesn't get a choice. Absolutely. But there are jobs where if you do that, you don't have a job anymore, right? And Hope's got one of those jobs, I think. So you got to make it convincing. Oh, Broken Arrow was another one, Cat Mayo. Yes. I believe Gem's joining later. I would be down for Broken Arrow. I imagine it'll just be Co 3. You know, there's a new DLC and haven't played Co in ages anyway. But I'm down for any multiplayer strategy game sesh. Anything.
He is an old one. Almost
to prevent me from having to play Legacy of Kain Ascendance. Which isn't altogether that bad. I actually quite enjoyed playing it last week. It's just that it's really not as bad as I thought it would be. And hey, Remy. How are you, mate? Thanks for 102. It's not. It's bad, but it's not that bad. It's just I'm just in the mood to hang out and play some fucking war games, you know? That mood comes around every few months for me, and I've got to get into it. It's bad, but not tragically bad. It's got highlights. There's cool shit about it. Dr. Charger! How are you, gorgeous? What's going on, mate? Good to see you. Good morning. So, I got up extra early today and went to take my newborn son to get his first flu shot. We tried to do that some weeks ago, but the day that we took the kids in for their flu shot was the same day that they started getting sick, so they didn't give it to them. And then Xander had his last week, but Art had been in hospital that weekend, so we wanted to space it out a bit. So Xander had his, and now Art's had his, and it's a two-parter when you're that young. So in a month, we got to go back for the other half of the flu shot, but gotta have it. Gotta have it. The flu, the fucking general fucking colds are so bad these days that I can't imagine what a proper flu is. There's no evidence that you should not give a vaccine to a sick person kid. Fair. But, the doctors and nurses at my medical center were not into the idea. They said that sometimes kids, especially, can get pretty fucking knocked out by a flu shot. And if they're already sick and they end up getting knocked out by it, then they can get a lot thicker. And given that Arthur was in the hospital 2 weeks ago for a whole fucking day with a fever of 39.5, it seemed, yeah. Why risk it, right? Just don't recommend getting all vaccines at the same time. Follow a schedule. Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's got this one now, and then in a month he'll have the other half of the flu, and then at that time he'll be almost 12 months, so he'll need 3 other shots and the I think it's his third meningococcal. So we might have to space that one out. But it's the big 4-banger. They want to do 4 injections at once. Oh. And that's not including the flu shot or... No, I think it's 5 with the flu shot. Oh, that's going to be brutal. But yeah, we'll space that one out for sure. Fuck, in my work, you get 6 points. Call out 3 consecutive days, you get 1. So theoretically, you can call in for over half a month without getting fired. I like that job. Sometimes you got to build an army and blow shit up. Yeah, man. Some days be like that, huh? If somebody was sick, we certainly didn't administer vaccines for them. I guess different countries, different places do it differently, but that's what was advised by my medical fucking peeps, you know? So that's what we went with. It wasn't a big deal. We all went in for our flu shots. Instead, just me and my wife got ours. And then 2 weeks later, Xander got his, and then 2 weeks later, Arthur, or a week and a half later, Arthur's got his. So, fun. I had a regular cold a few months ago that knocked me on my ass harder than COVID did. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going around. The hospital was filled with kids that were sick, and football players that had sprained ankles, but mostly kids that were sick. Especially that first year, before they've fully inoculated. So easy to get sick. Spider Noir. I mean, yeah, kinda. The fact that it's Amazon Prime makes me less interested. The fact that it's a TV series and not a movie makes me less interested.
For one of our executioners returned.
Take up arms, warrior. The battle rages. Tomorrow is my last day of residency. I've been here for all 6 years, and you've been a big part of keeping me going through all the bullshit. Cheers, brother. Hopefully one day we can have a proper drink. Somewhere. Sometime. Maybe a wedding show, yeah? Thank you. Thank you for, looking after me as well. I appreciate it, mate. Congratulations. Enjoy being a fully qualified sick cunt motherfucking doctor, bro. You've earned it. Irish Dave! Cunt! What's going on, man? Good to see ya. How are you, baby? Yeah, I don't know, Terravangent. I'm not gonna rush out to watch Spider-Man Noir, but maybe we'll throw it on at some point. Faither! 6 years, look at that. Happy anniversary, darling. Good to see ya. My vinyl collection's growing. I got Liza P and Wrath of the Lich King. Nice. I actually slept on the Liza P one. I wish I hadn't, but I did. Silly sausage. Trying to slow down my vinyl buys. Ninja Gaiden 4 and Ninja Gaiden 2 Black were announced today, and I'm like, oh. Like, Ninja Gaiden 4 is like 4 LPs, you know? I can remember I enjoyed a couple of tunes from that game. I don't want, you know, fucking 4 fucking, you know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Nah. I'm trying to tighten the belt a bit on the old vinyl purchases. I'm glad you're getting into it though. Good on ya. Alright, how are we looking? Hope we'll be home shortly. Amp's looking pretty ready. We might have a gem pretty soon too. Haven't heard from Paunch today. Yeah, good on your Faith. I kind of want to, but I'm not sure. How's the Dragon June 21st? We are halfway through watching Season 2 again. Just trying to slow it down a little bit. So, so we're right fresh when Season 3 starts. We've been watching Widow's Bay, Apple TV, banger. I've been watching SAS Rogue Heroes on Hope's recommendation. Maybe one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And, oh, there's another Yellowstone spin-off. God, they just can't stop with the Yellowstone spin-off. But this one is, Rip and Beth. So, and they're just very likable characters in Yellowstone. And if you're into the Yellowstone, it's pretty easy to get stuck into Dutton Ranch. We watched an episode of that as well. Probably sit on that one for a little bit. I just watched season 2 the first time a few days ago. The hate that season got was a bit overblown, I feel. Yeah, I was saying that when it came out as well. I was like, it's still a good season of television. It's just that the first season had such a good pace. Like, lots of shit happened. The story moved forward really quickly. And it felt very fresh for Game of Thrones, which had been stalling for so many years. And then season 2, House of the Dragon, while punctuated with a bunch of really good scenes and really cool moments and quite a lot of character development, it kind of ends where it began, you know? It's got the same, like nothing has really changed. And it's not pushing forward the plot, really. You know, it just felt like it was treading water, I felt. But I didn't mind that. And watching it a second time now, I don't mind that either. I'm halfway through it again with Mrs. and I'm enjoying. I just enjoy the scenes. I enjoy all the dialogue, and I enjoy watching things unfurl. You know.
Well, now here's an old one. Almost.
Yogi Bear, look at him. How are you, mate? Thanks for 95, baby. Oh, I guess on that subject, I just checked out. Last I checked in was at the start of Reek character development, not where finished Game of Thrones, finished House of the Dragon, and finished Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Overall, very enjoyable. Yeah. I don't know what not were finished Game of Thrones is. I'm trying to. I think it's the full, it's the period, and then the new sentence that doesn't begin with a capital. My brain just starts to shut down there. You know what I mean? Now we are... Okay, I'm getting there. Now we are finished Game of Thrones. Fuck yeah. Finished House of the Dragon. You gave that one a capital F for finished, a capital H for house, the proper noun, but no capital D for dragons. And of course, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, you've gone just with the number 7, as opposed to the word 7. Then a full stop again. Then no capital O for overall, and then no full stop after enjoyable. What school of discipline does your punctuation preferences derive from? Just out of curiosity. What's the strategy? I'm American. That's a capital A, but